Hello everyone, it's Carol with Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo Crafts. It's Tuesday, May 26th, and we're here to continue on with the Heartfelt Creations Flip and Fold album. And we'll just go through and recap what we've gotten done so far. So we put all our flips and flaps in the album in the first show, and then we went back and papered all the main pages. And now we're going back and adding the paper to our flips and folds. So we got quite a bit done last week. I'm really trying to hurry to get it done because my mother-in-law's birthday is May 5th. I doubt that I'll have it done for that, but quite possibly we can get it done in time for Mother's Day. So let's get going. This is where we left off. Last week on the show, we had done this page and this on the last, and I had cut out a black Martha Stewart punch, and I really didn't care for it on there, so I removed the black part and then just added this. So this is the one that I changed. Let me take my autofocus off. Okay, that should be better, so I won't be floating in and out. So then we're going to continue on with that. I think we're just going to go ahead and leave this page and decorate it as we go. And so this one, it's got a lot of real estate on this one. So we're going to have to decide what we're going to do on this. And I had thought, since the rose in the background was black, then I'm going to go ahead and cut all my backs out of the black and then go back and add paper. So we've got quite a bit of cutting to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first, I want to cut all the inside ones first, these two inside ones, because I think they're going to match. Find my ruler. It seems to always manage to escape me. So the inside pages are about 4.5. So we're going to cut them just shy of 4.5 by 4.5. Bunny is Bunny. So we're going to cut them at 4 and 1, 2, 4 3/8. By 4 3/8. I know, isn't that a fun name to have? Let's see if I can get 2. Oh, I can. So we'll just cut this one down to 4 3/8 and we're good to go. Ooh, I almost cut it too short. So we'll just make sure those fit. Yep, those are perfect. Well, not so much that one. It needs to be cut down a little bit. So I'm going to slice a little bit off of this one. Hi, Linda. How are you? Crash. So this one I think I'm going to do about 4.5 because it really didn't fit at the 4 3/8. Okay, let's see if that works better. For some reason, my cords are all over the place today. You know, it's warm outside, but for some reason, my house on the inside wants to be cooler today. And I think, too, after working in the yard all day yesterday, I wore myself out. And when I wear myself out, I tend to stay a little bit chillier. No, that's a little too big on this one side, so we're just going to trim a hair off of it again. So when you're making your album, you're going to want to make sure that you dry fit all your pieces before you put them out, because I think some of these inserts are going to be different depending on how you fold them. So make sure that you dry fit your paper and measure. Okay, so those seem to work. Let's get them down. We've had some beautiful weather. Last Wednesday, I had a day off from my mom's. My sister is over from Eastern Washington, and she's staying with my mom, so I didn't need to go over. And so the weather was so beautiful that I took some of my thank you card making supplies out into the backyard and sat in the sunshine for a little while. And I actually had to move out of the sun and get into the shade because I was getting sunburned. It was like up in the 80s. So beautiful. So nice. Hi, Rainy. And then yesterday it was upper 60s. So I tried to convince myself that I really did not need to go outside and work. But the front yard needed some major work in the flower beds. So I spent about, 6.5 hours out working in the yard. By the time I came in, I had rubber bands for arms, and my knees hurt from kneeling on my kneeling pad for so long at a time. But the flower bed looks terrific. Okay, so I'm going to add black to this one too. So same thing. About 4 1/4 on this one by 4 3/8. We are, I know. We tore our big deck off the back of the house. And we're rebuilding a smaller one underneath what is the dining room window, which will soon be a sliding glass door. So we're going to remove the window and put in a sliding glass door. Oh, that fits perfect. So, hi Ashley. We tore the deck off and we are reusing the boards that were on the big deck and just making a smaller deck. And it'll be temporary because I think next year we're going to figure out where we want it and pour a patio and get rid of the wood. So lots of new things going on here. Plus Dan's mom and dad are back home. They're snowbirds. They go to California in the winter and then come home in the summer. That way they've got sunshine all year round. So same thing here. 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 on this one. Hi, Meg. Hi, Josie. Hi, Carrie. Okay, that's a little small, but I think it'll work. It'll work. So, luckily, Dan's company has taken him off of mandatory 10-hour days, so now he's just working 8-hour days. So he's getting a chance to come home and do some of the work around here that we need to do. And we're trying to get our garden in. Okay. So we got all the main spots on that side done. Let's close it up and see. So we're going to go ahead and do black cardstock on both of these as well. Hi, I found you. So this one is 4 3/8 by 4 3/8. It's Iffy, right? You like to be called Iffy? Oops. Gotta cut it all the way through. Hi, June. Okay, that works. I love that name, Iffy. Okay, so once again, we're going to have to change my tape runner again. We did last week. And then, of course, I made all kinds of thank you cards, so I had to use them then. So let's see if this one measures the same thing. Yep. I'm going to go 4 1/4 on the other one. Oh, that's a little bit too big. So I've got to cut it down just a hair. June, I got a nice note from Judy the other day, and she asked about you. She said she hadn't heard from you. So I don't know if you guys are just crossing wires or... So that'll work. Yep, there it goes. Okay. You know it's going to run out, but you hate to change it before it actually does, because it's kind of a waste of tape when you can get a couple things out of it. I always put it on upside down first, so then I have to flip it over. Oh, good, June. I'm glad you did. I know she hasn't been feeling well. And also, found out from my niece that her mom has been diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's having to have a double mastectomy. And so we have a page that is... No, Linda, I'm not. I'm on my PC. Hi, Monica. Creative Helping Hands, and it's a Facebook page. And we put things up there to sell for a cause, and then the people who want the items, they just donate to the cause, and then we send them the item. Let's see. I think I have... Hang on, let me see who I've got as a moderator. Okay. Okay, I've got Ash as a moderator. You know, it is. She's got 3 little ones that are under the age of, I think, 8 or 9. And so she needs... Her insurance is covering the actual surgery and things, but she lives on a little island in Hawaii, and they want her to stay on the big island for her aftercare. Well, that she has to pay for on her own. And so she's trying to raise enough funds so that she can stay on the island for her aftercare and have somebody stay with her. So I put up my extra set of tags the other day, and somebody took those, and so I'm going to be finding some other things to put up there. Okay, so I want to cover the flap, but I think I'm going to do it all in black. That way it's all the same. So I'm going to go 1 3/4 on this flap by 4 3/8. Let's see if I got enough here. Ooh, I do. So if any of you would like to join the page or have anything that you want to donate, let me know. And I can get you hooked up. And preferably it's handmade craft items. Are you here, Ash? Ash, will you find the link to the Creative Helping Hands Facebook page and put the link up? So same 4 3/8 by 1. I don't think. Ooh, it is. Yep, this one's a little shorter. So skim a little off the edge. Where is everyone from? It's always kind of nice to get to know each other by where you're at, location and stuff. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now we have the back sides of this one to do and the underneath. So let's get the backs done. I think these are all going to go in black too. And then we'll find our papers to cover them. So 4 1/4 by 4 3/8. You know what? I'm going to need more black cardstock. Oh, no, I got a piece here. June, Ashley's not from Indiana. She is in Idaho. She was just saying that she was here on the show because I hollered at her. So that one works. Thank you, Ashley. Four 1/4 by 4 3/8. Louisiana. Are you guys getting the storms iffy? And that one works. This one goes on forever, and so does a couple of the other ones. I don't know how far we're going to get with them. There's a lot to cover. In order to get this done, I may just keep going on one of them one day when I've got some time here at the house and just record it and put the recording up. Or I might just have to tell my mother-in-law her Mother's Day gift is on its way. Okay. So now let's go back through and find some fun papers to put on the tops of these. And I think let me see how I've got this fastened. Okay, so it fastens there. Thought I had a magnet on this, but maybe I don't. Huh. You guys, you let me do this without putting a magnet on? Well, let's figure out what we're going to do. Maybe we'll just tie a ribbon around this one when we get it all done. With tiny flowers. Tiny flowers. Any color in particular? Let me see how this is going to look if we close it with a ribbon. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. But before I put the decorative paper on there, let's go ahead and get this on there. So I'm going to take my itty bitty teeny tiny Isn't it nice to have the sun out, Rainy? I think we'll put it toward the back. I think that'll work. So I want my score tape between here and here, about 4 inches. One, two, three, 4. So I'm just going to use a piece of score tape on my ribbon. down about 4 inches. Let me see what I have, June, that I can send you. And I'm going to flip this back over and make sure I got it lined up where I want it before I stick it down. And I think I want it right about there. I'm going to tie it just to keep it, and that'll keep it shut really nice. What do you think? We'll fix it up after we get going. Okay, so I think we need to add our black cardstock to the front here now too before we get going. And this flap looks to be about 2 3/4 by 4 3/8. Not any longer, and that one's not any longer, so 4 1 2 3. What did I say it was? 2 3/4. There's a lot of... There is a big delay in chat. I noticed that. Monica, it is. And I am out of the albums right now, but they should be back in stock tomorrow. Okay. So let's see what paper. I think I'm going to find a full sheet. And just use all of the parts of the full piece on it. And I think this one will look really good. The backs are kind of too dark to use on this part of it, but I'll use it for some embellishments. Oh, you know, I like this one better with all the postcards on it. I think we're going to use this one. Hi, Amanda. So I'm going to go 2 3/8. I'm just going to start here on the front by 4 1/4. Or maybe I should get all my big chunks out. What do you think? I think maybe I should get all my big chunks out. I think all of them I'm going to cut at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I might have to use another sheet, so I'm not going to get 7 out of this one. Maybe I am. 4 1/4. Oh. So anything new in anybody's neck of the woods? Any new grandbabies or birthdays or... Oh, I think this one, I'll use part of it too. So since I want the birds on this, and I'm not going to get... do it this way, 4 1/4. So that should be enough to get us started. Okay. And we will trim them down accordingly as we go. So this one needs to be trimmed down just a shade. Oh, happy belated birthday, Meg. I think I wished you happy birthday on Facebook, didn't I? And I'm going to trim it down just a little bit the other way. So on the pattern paper, I am inking on the black and red and blue cardstock. I am not, or I am also, but not on the black. Did you do anything fun for your birthday, Meg? Oh, that'll be sweet. The birds will be peeping out. Okay, that one looks good. Yeah, it's always fun to pop on Facebook and have people wish you a happy birthday. It's kind of like you got your very own tribe. So some of these are going to have to trim down a little bit. So like I said before, when you go to put your papers on your pages, you'll want to make sure you dry fit them so that they'll fit. And when you're trimming them down, you only want to trim down 2 sides. If you do all 4 sides, it will be way too small. Okay, that one works. Hey, Lorraine! Welcome, my friend. How are ya? Are you staying out of trouble, Lorraine, or are you creating trouble? So this one needs to be trimmed down too. So I'm just taking about 1/8 of an inch off as I go and then retrying it. And that works. Lorraine, if I were any better, I'd be twins. Then the world couldn't stand 2 of me, I can guarantee you that. I think I want the butterfly right side up rather than the carte postale. I do! That's what happens when you spend a week together in Washington, D.C. I know that about June Marie, too. And Ashley. Okay, let's see. This one just needs one side trimmed down. January, you remember Lorraine from the soiree, don't you? Oh, that sounds like fun, Meg. What is the duck store? I need to know. What's the duck store? This one needs to be trimmed down too. Oh, I know a whole lot more than that, Ash. Oh. A quacker store. I've never heard of a duck store. Oh, oh, I see. The Oregon Duck Store. It's one way to get quacked up, right? Okay. So now I just need one more piece. Oh, I need two more pieces. I will leave your rainbows and butterfly world alone, Ash. I don't tell secrets. Yeah, well, I don't believe I snore. I've never heard myself, so I've never woken myself up, so I must not snore. So again, this needs to be cut down. Did Xandra talk in her sleep? I remember when we were in California for CHA, Ash and Xandra and I shared a room. And I think we were all pretty darn tired. And Ash and I were up playing on our iPhones for a little while before we went to sleep. And Xandra's so cute when she sleeps. She's just adorable. Ash and I just sat and just cracked up. No, no one recorded me. It isn't so. From now on, I'm going to take a room to myself. Okay, there's that one. And now we'll do the back one over here on this one. These aren't taking so long. I'll go back and do the flaps later. Oh, good, June Marie. You just made my day. You're my favorite, too. Well, other than Ash. I have to say I love Ash, too. She is. Xandra's just like a little doll, just no matter what she does. She's got to be the sweetest lady a person has ever met. Yeah, I still don't know if I'm going to go to Vegas or not. Oh no, I cut this one way short. Oh well, it's going to have to work. Okay. So, there we've got this. Yeah. All except for the flaps covered. We got the main parts done. And the main part's done of that. And we got our tie. Dollarama. Does she not have dollar stores in her area? Okay. So there's that one. That only took us an hour to do. I've never heard of Dollarama. Sounds like she got some pretty neat stuff there. I think she went in 5 or 10 times, didn't she? Okay, on this one, I want to find the dark side. Where it has the brick wall, I think. Nope. Did I use it all up? Ooh, too bad that's gone sideways. That bird would have looked pretty on there. Okay, so here's a piece of the wood paneling. Oh, and I think it's just going to be perfect on this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to trim it down a skosh. To about 1/6 and 1/8. Our dollar stores here aren't very good. I never find anything really in there that I want. I like the wood grain on this one. And then this opens up to 3-piece, and then we're going to make this one a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down so it sticks before we start. Ash, they're doing a Pita Fest with Kathy Orta's group next, what is it, next April? In Vegas for a weekend. And I have been asked several times if I'm going, but I just can't commit to something that far in advance because I just don't know where my mom's going to be at that time and how she's going to be doing. Okay, so we made this one into a pocket. Oh, you know what? Hang on, I'm going to pull it up because I need paper in there before I put it down. Pooh! Pooh, pooh, pooh. And none of these papers are wide enough. Oh, maybe this one will be. Yep, that one is. And of course, I've been told if I go to Vegas, hubby goes to Vegas. Because he doesn't believe in what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, he heard you were going, June Marie, so he said, no, you're not going with that wild woman. I'm just kidding. Okay, now we can glue this down. Yeah, those aren't long enough. I'll just have to hold it for a minute. Oh, I like the roses on that side. Yeah, let me see if I can find some more roses for the other side. That'll be good, and then I can put a picture on the top of each one of those, and that brings it together. So, what do you think of those two? Maybe flip the roses out. Yeah, you know, that'll be good, because then the print will be. So let's go ahead and do those. To about 1/6 and an 1/8 on both of them. See, I'm starting to close in here on my workspace. I'm going to have to take a second here and straighten things back up before I end up working in a 2-inch by 2-inch space. Hi, Tracy. Has anyone heard from Margaret Ann lately? Oh, this was on this side. And this one was on that side. Okay, this didn't stick down. So we'll have to do a little repair work here. Ash, are you going to come on later? And I'm going to take a little piece of the black. Actually, I think I'll... Yep, I think I like the black best on that. What do you guys think? Kind of makes the pocket stand out. Yeah, I'll have to get in touch with her. I kind of think she's getting back to getting her own thing going after her mom passed on. So 1 3/8 by 3 7/8. What you gonna be working on, Ash? Hey, Steven! How the heck are ya? This is my nephew, Stephen. He's not really my nephew, but I adopted him years ago when we were on another show. Okay, so then I'm going to figure out a piece of paper for this one. I don't like that. That one's too small. I'm good, Stephen. Ooh, I like the ones with the scissors on it. I think we're going to go for that one. I think it matches in with that as well as any of the rest of them. So, I like that. So, 3 7/8 by 6 1/8. Ooh, I went this way. Stephen, are you in touch with Margaret Ann? We're just wondering if anybody had heard from her and knows how she's doing. So, 3 7/8. By what'd I say? 6 1/8. How's she doing, Stephen? Well, tell her we miss her. Okay, so those flaps are all now covered. So now we get to go on to this one. And I'm thinking these... Gosh, I don't know how I folded them up. This is a long one. Oh, that'd be fun. I'd love to have her come on. So, I wonder if I have enough of this yellowish paper. I do. I think I'm going to do the inside, or this side, of this one in the yellows. Okay, let's start with this top one. This really spreads out. Gotta have a bigger desk. Okay, so we're at 5. I'm going to go 5 by 3 7/8. Okay. You tell her we'll count on it. Three and 7/8. That's not right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's good for that one. Only if she's good. And if she's bad, okay, so this one is going to be, let's go 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. So I'm sure that we're going to be able to count on 3 7/8 being of course. When we're good, we're good. When we're bad, we're even better, right? So 5 1/4. And this one's going to drop down to 5 inches. Oh yeah, we still have the corner. I think it has your name still etched into one of the chairs in the corner, Stephen. Pretty sure of it. And then this one's dropping down to, well, because that's going to be a pocket. I can get away with 4 inches on this one. So they were 3 7/8. By 4 1/4. So I don't have to sit in the corner anymore, Stephen, because I'm on this side of the camera. Oh no. You know what I think I did? I think I cut one of my pieces down. I did. Great. Oh wait, maybe I didn't. Hang on, hang on. Yep, I did. Darn. Got me all distracted, Stephen. 3 7/8. And this one was by 5. So I think we'll finish up these and then call it a day. I still have some orders that I need to get packed. I think I better glue these on as I go or I'll forget where they go. This is a big old album with lots of pages. But I am sure that we're going to have enough paper. Oh, Stephen, I couldn't even get measurements right when I was in school. I don't know that I would ever catch on to metrics. The only reason I learned how to read a ruler is because my husband is a woodworker and he insisted I know how to read a tape measure. He just got frustrated when we were working on projects together and I told him, I don't know how big it is. Hi, Heather. So, and of course, reading a ruler didn't come until I was much older. Hi, Cindy Lou. Are you exhausted, Cindy? Grandbabies can do that to you. Okay, so there's our big long page. So now we've got the other side of it to do. So let's see what we can find to do this one with. Probably going to cut into a full sheet here. What do you guys think of putting a dark one on here? Or should I go with something lighter? Maybe. I just don't want to. Ooh, I kind of like that one. What do you guys think? Except it's so light over here. Maybe I'll find the matching one to this one. Or it seems I've used that one. Okay, I gotta keep looking. I gotta find that. What about that? That kind of matches. That brings this page over to this page. Hi, G. So I think I'm going to use this one because it brings that yellowish color over to this side. And we'll still have some butters and flies and flowers and stuff. So that's what I'm going to use. Sold. We get the back side of this one done. And then we'll call it good for today. This is the darker side of it that I'm going to use. Might not be able to get all of it out of here, but I think I can find some bits and pieces of it left from something else. Work in New Jersey? So these are going to be 3 3/8 again. I'm going to start with this side and work our way over. Okay, so let's start from the bottom. I'm gonna put the butterfly on the bottom. This is really big. It's hard to get it all on camera, you guys. Well, I thank you for that, Gina. That is quite the commute. So this first one is going to be about 4 5/8. I love that butterfly. These papers are so beautiful. So we're going to put this one at the bottom. Okay, so the next one, you guys are also funny, is 5. Sandy. It is Timeless by Blue Fern Studio. You guys can't see. Oh, Heather, we got to turn on links, I think. It is open now, but Heather, maybe you did it. I just checked and they're opened. Heather probably got right on top of that. There you go. Oh, thanks, Ash. Okay, so now the next one. Wonder if I raise my camera up a little bit, if you could see more of my desk. Okay. Did you go back and take a nap, Heather? So this next one we're going to cut at 5 1/4. I think I want this one. I don't blame you. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning, I'd have to take a nap too. Oh wait, I do get up at 4:30. Well, can't say I get up. Hubby's alarm goes off at 4:30. Typically, he doesn't hear it, so I have to make sure he gets up. Okay. So this one is also 5 1/4. Yeah. After about the 4th time, he'll turn over and hit the snooze. But I can only put up with that, you know, because then I'm just going back to sleep when it goes back off again. And he was in the Army. And he worked on heavy equipment, some of the guns in the Army. So he learned to sleep in the cab of some of these howitzers and different things like that while they were shooting them off. Yes, Sandy, it is. Okay, so this is that one. So now let's figure out what we need for this one. So about 5. About 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. So I think I want to cut it off that one. Let's see. By 5 3/8. Nope. Hang on. I think that was wrong. Nope, that's right. You guys are good. Where are you at, Sandy? Okay, so I cut this too thin. It's not going to work. Doggone it. Okay, we'll take a piece off of this one because I think it'll still match. It is 2 p.m. here. So I needed to go 3 3/4 wide. Okay, so got it right that time. 3 3/4 by 5 3/8. Oh. That would be great. Then there'd be a group of us that could win the lotto. Okay, so now let's do our flap over here. I'm thinking I want this as a pocket over here, though. Let me think on that for a minute. This all folds up so nice and neat. Don't want that one as a pocket. Probably will work this one as a pocket. And I think I will put this one as a pocket. So that doesn't work for that. I have to stick it on something because I already put tape on it. So I think I need to find more yellow for the inside of that. And then we'll decorate it with different things. So for this one, I want it 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay. It's always coffee time at my house. So I talked to Barry the other day. We talked for probably 2.5 hours the other day. And she wanted me to be sure to tell you all hello and that she misses you all. She is doing fabulous. I will send her, in fact I did, because I knew you'd want me to. My son and his family are headed to Maui in July. And so they are going to make sure that they go and have pictures done with the exotic birds. So, and I'm thinking that I want to bring the brown into that if I can find a piece that's big enough. what's on the other side of that paper. Hard to tell. I know I've got to have a piece of it here somewhere. Aha! Bye, Ash. See you soon. Thank you so much. So this is our last piece to cover here. And we're going to cut it at 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. I need to glue this down a little bit better. I think because this paper is so thick, you have to glue it on the pattern paper too. Otherwise it doesn't catch. It did on that side, but not on this side. Jen Marie, I have only used one pack of this paper. It comes with 20 sheets. There's 10 sheets, or 10 patterns, and 2 of each. So it's 20 sheets of paper. And I still have, a handful of full sheets left that I haven't cut into. And we don't have that many more pages to cover. So I think you're good with 2. But, I mean, if you want one for later, get 3. I know, this is one of those. I put some of it away. So 1 3/4 by, how long did I say it was? Come on, you guys. Keep track. 5 3/8. By 1 3/4. This is a long album to make. So now the other side popped up. Okay, so that wasn't the right. By 1 1/2. I'd definitely make this album again. It's been a lot of fun. But I think I'd take a whole weekend and do it all at once and just knock it out. Okay. Ooh, we might have to rethink this. My butterfly's upside down. But when you flip it over the other way, it's not upside down. Oh, what to do, what to do. I think I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So, we have 2 pages left to cover. And then we can start going back and embellishing. I'll have picked my pictures out that I want to use in this, and then we'll start adding pictures and that, and finish up the thing. So there's the album so far, and as you can see, it's getting kind of full, but we still have plenty of room for what we need to do. It's not overflowing yet. We'll have to find a good way to keep it closed, find a nice closure to it, but I'm sure we can figure that out. So that is it for today. I want to thank everyone who came, and I want to thank Ashley and Heather for helping out with the links. And I will be back next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And we will hopefully get finished covering the pages, and then we'll be able to start decorating. And keep an eye on the category in the store for Carol's Corner under Crafters We Follow, because there's some other things that have come in the store that I may add to our decorating. And I will chat with you all later. Let me see if I can get this up. Thanks, Heather. You beat me to it. So keep an eye on that category, because, like I said, there's some things that have come in after I started this album that would probably look good as embellishments in there. So goodbye to everyone. Really, really thank you for coming, and we will see you next week. Have a great one.